Oh my gosh. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
there we go.
Hello.
That took
Hello,
me a
guys.
hot second. Okay, wait
Your
a second.
hat. Why are you wearing a bucket hat?
Shut the fuck up. I wanted to wear the bucket hat. Do you have a problem with that?
No, it's just interesting.
Interesting. My little ear, like, pokes out at the side.
Also, I'm, there you go. Oh, wait, no, when I lean in, I'm the same size as you.
Yeah.
But when I lean back, I'm tiny.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what to do about that.
You need to make me bigger.
Oh, bigger? Okay.
Yeah, like you need to make me as like a window capture or whatever bigger.
The window
then
capture
you should be
bigger?
fine. Yeah.
Okay. See,
whatever
Citrine
you
likes the
have
hat.
me as.
Make her bigger and
Yeah.
move her lower or something.
Yeah. Exactly, Citrine. Exactly that. that's what needs to be done. Make yeah, I'm huge.
Oh no! God, I didn't mean.
Oh no.
Wait.
I'm okay.
I'm sorry.
You just no, you stop.
Is that too
Okay.
big?
Your head, our head should be the same size. Because I'm already taller than you model-wise. So it's okay if you
Not
don't make
me trying to
like,
use
bigger than you.
Me as like this?
Yeah, perfect.
Like
perfect,
this?
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay, I'm blocking it. I'm blocking it.
Better. Yeah, there you go.
We're locking it. Okay. What?
Scoop me over to the right a little bit.
Okay. Here?
Then you're good.
Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's
okay, I'm
better.
locking it for real this time. For real, Aziz.
It's okay. And any other changes can be just not talked about. Lock it.
Okay, we're good. What is this? Why is this? Oh, I'm just gonna lock that for now. Okay, no, there was a big red box and I couldn't figure out what it was. It was I made a separate folder for all the pictures, and yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
Did I miss anything? You missed Sero growing and shrinking.
Yeah, a lot. There's a lot.
You missed my bucket hat. Look at my bucket hat. Ooh, dude, my custom Minecraft thing's done. It looks super cute.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Oh shit, Itaka! Oh, it is! Oh, Itaka's returned! Oh shit! Acknowledged.
Oh yeah, he returned in my stream the other day, so I didn't even notice that it was like that. No one else noticed. Yes, Itaka is back.
I just burned my tongue with tea.
Delicious.
Not a fan.
All right, I'm gonna close it and goo.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. My throat is sore. I think I'm getting sick. So.
Lovely.
Again. I forgot something to acknowledge you. I already acknowledged you! Can you believe this?
Of course I believe it. It's every day.
Acknowledge him so we can move on.
Acknowledge.
Acknowledge me! Oh my god.
I guess you're acknowledged, Citrine.
Acknowledgements for the council. The council acknowledges.
I have 20,000.
How much do I have? Let's see.
22. I just need 8 more for Lila. Ada.
I have 20.6.
I have 20. Oh, your head pats are a little
off.
Yeah. They're kind of everything. Wait, didn't we do this last time and we decided that it was like full body pats or something?
Yeah, didn't you change the name on the thing to full body pats? Dehydrate is gone. Yes, dehydrate is gone.
Yeah, we're not
excuse me?
dehydrating this episode. Thank you very much.
I'm getting sick, and we don't need Sero to drink again.
I do have the last soju on my desk right now because I was drinking it yesterday while I played God of War.
You can drink soju with citrine. He has soju, I think. Imagine dehydrate couldn't be me. No, you gotta drink milk.
My ears are cut off. I'm gonna scoot myself down a little.
Soju party.
No, I'm too short. No, I'm too short. No.
I can move you up. Wait,
Okay,
stop.
okay.
I'll just get it to where you want it.
Okay. I didn't want my ears cut off. There we go.
I'll move you
I'm
up.
good. Thank you. Thank you.
Wait, wrong thing. That's head pats. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
There's just so much.
Oh my god.
So many sources. Is that better?
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Until now.
Lila isn't invited? Fuck you. Fuck you. How dare.
Get chicken strips.
Can I be invited? No, you're underage.
Yeah, no, you're not invited. Definitely not. Keep it on the down low.
No! Oh my god.
No.
No.
I think, like, that's even too young for me.
I shall be lurking, have to get some dinner and get ready, have a good stream, and I shall tell you that one thing after the podcast. And so, yeah! Have a good lurk, eat some good food. I'm hungry.
Oh, hi, Killer Beast.
Hi, Killer Beast. Hi. I'm still going to sneak in. Call me Solid Snake. Oh my god. Crispy!
Hello, Crispy.
Krusty Krab pizza
is a pizza for you and me.
Hey, Killer and Crispy and the Star. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Okay. Not gonna lie. Did not write an intro, and I don't think we have an outro either, but that's, you know, on the spot.
Oh, yeah.
We're good.
We're good.
We got this.
I forgot about that.
No, we got this. We're a little... I don't know why. Why are we so out of...
I wrote an intro. All right, send it. Send it in the Bigfoot DMs.
Oh, God. I don't know how I feel about that.
Is the pizza for you and
I'm gonna be real with you guys, okay? I forgot how to drive a car. I'm gonna be real, I feel like we haven't done a podcast episode in weeks, and I don't know why. Like, I just...
Well, because, okay, birthday podcast didn't feel like a podcast.
It's true.
Drunk ASMR didn't feel like a podcast.
It's true.
This is like our first official podcast kind of topic back. You know?
Yeah.
So it is very different than the last two we've done. And then we had the break before that. So
floor
it's
it.
Like
don't floor it.
Weeks of no podcasts.
Yeah. Like SpongeBob said, no! Let's not take driving advice from SpongeBob. Can't even get his driver's license. Oh my god. Okay. I definitely think you're probably gonna be talking more than me today.
Oh yeah.
Before I get into that intro,
Lovely.
Give me one hot sec. Oh wait. Did he actually send?
Oh, thank you. Okay.
What?
Let's see.
No,
Should I read this?
I gotta do that. I wanna do it. Wait, give me a sec.
Okay. Let me see. I'm reading what I missed for it, like SpongeBob said. What you mean that's how I got my license? Thanks to SpongeBob. I don't even remember my driver's test. It was so long ago. It was almost 10 years ago that I took my driver's test. That's insane, actually. That was a decade ago. My goodness. I'm old. No. He drives a burger. I almost failed mine. Dang. I think I got 1 point for, like, I think I did a California stop. That's what they call it over here in the corn, where you don't, like, stop completely kind of like roll a little bit. I got a point off for that at a stop sign. Oh, it's buffering for me. Is it buffering for y'all?
It's buffering?
It was buffering for me, but I think it's fine now.
Okay. He is running late.
Just because I forgot the emergency brake in parking? We didn't have to put the emergency brake on, right?
I don't think so. I think the biggest thing that was most failable on our test that like people tend to like mess up a lot was the one, parking against a curb, and two, I think it was the whole like cul-de-sac.
What about the
thing?
railroad tracks?
Oh yeah, that was another big one. And then like I think there was a whole cul-de-sac thing, like or roundabout or whatever.
Over by the
yeah. That was another thing people failed a lot.
I know that like you're doing the turn signal and changing lanes before the railroad tracks was a little dicey. You should have like most people needed to wait until after, but some people did it like on the tracks and then get in trouble.
You know what's sad? I say like our town, their driver's test is pretty easy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, my sister's friend failed it. She failed her driver's test 3 times.
3 times?
She had to go, I'll have to tell you off stream, she had to go to a smaller town to get her license. Yes. My sister's friend failed 3 times.
So we have someone driving around that is not okay to drive, apparently.
And then our car broke down when her and my sister were on the highway. One time.
Yum, yum, yum.
So
that's lovely.
Yeah. That girl. Worse than my sister with driving. Okay. I got the opening. The fake opening. I'll do the real opening after.
Okay.
Okay, here's our editor Citrine's opening for us, everyone. Are you ready? Hey everyone, you are watching Citrine VT. Be sure to follow, subscribe, and donate all your money. Fucking.
That was great. That was perfect. We don't even need another one. That's it.
Dork. I cannot. Oh my god. Anyway.
Lila, are you editing this one?
I don't remember.
Because you gotta. I think you are. Because I think I'm doing last week's. So you need to edit something Citrine related into this.
Into this one?
Yeah. We need Citrine. We need you to record a promo video. No sound, no audio, and then we'll put that audio, what she just said, over top of it.
Yes! Do it. You have to do it. Oh my god. Donate all of it. I can do that. Good. Oh my god. Yes, this is gonna be beautiful. Okay, anyway.
And then we'll put a donation link, but it's actually just gonna be our channel.
Oh my god, yes. Okay, I forgot what I was doing for a sec. Okay, welcome to Series of Geektastic Events, episode number something.
I believe it's 25.
Possibly 25? Maybe. 20?
I can tell you right now,
I thought this was maybe it is.
It's 25. Yeah, it's the 25th episode.
25th episode. Holy fuck. That's a quarter. That's a fourth of 100.
Yeah. We're a fourth of the way to 100 episodes, guys.
Holy shit. We've done 25 episodes?
Yeah.
That's mind blown. As your producer and editor, I'll be taking 80%? What? Oh my gosh. Oh, whoops! I did not mean to do that!
Oh, I didn't even see what it... Oh, your emo?
I god.
Here, I'll do one too. Now we look.
Shh. And Taka will be taking 5%? What? Why? I'm gonna move Lila's mic a little. It's bugging me.
5? 5's not enough, apparently.
Oh my god. Okay. So, yeah, episode 25. It's March. March is Women's History Month, for those of you who don't know and have been living under a rock. So, what better way to end the month off with talking about women? I'm sorry. I don't know where I'm going after that. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do what I wrote about the Women's Day.
Yes.
Okay.
I drink tea.
Yeah, drink your tea. Actually, I gotta drink some water too. Okay,
yeah. Let's you know.
Yeah.
Hydrate. I'm such a dork.
Yeah. You're such a dork. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, Women's History Month is a celebration of women, of course, but most importantly, it's their contributions to history and culture and society, but like that's part of history, you know.
Yeah.
And has been observed annually in the month of March in the U.S. since 1987.
Side note.
Yeah, that's
Side note.
Like not that long, actually.
No, it isn't. 2, well, like going through women's history, like most, like women didn't really get rights and shit until later. But anyway, I just love that Women's History Month is like what my birthday is in. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I like that March is Women's History Month because I don't know. I'm a feminist. I'm not afraid to say that. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're both clearly
feminists.
Yeah. So
yeah,
we're never afraid to talk about like those subjects. So
yeah,
I don't think.
Exactly. Continue.
Where?
I'll shut up.
Yeah. No, you're fine. So originally, it was Women's like History Week. It wasn't a month. It didn't become a month until 1987, like I said. So the week-long celebration was organized by a school district out of California.
Oh.
In 1978, I believe. Yes. Okay. And there was like presentations at dozens of schools in the area, and hundreds of students participated in a essay contest about real women. And there was a parade held downtown in Santa Rosa. And then a few years later, the idea of a week-long women's history like celebration caught on in other school districts and other across the country. So then in 1980, President Jimmy Carter issued the first presidential proclamation declaring the week of March 8th as National Women's History Week. So that's when it became official. And then the next year, the what were they called? Congress. There we go.
I was like, what?
U.S. Congress followed suit by passing a resolution establishing a national celebration for the week. And then 6 years later, the National Women's History Project petitioned Congress to expand the event into the entire month. So that was like the whole process it took for it to become a month-long celebration of women and women's. Like, it took a lot of. I mean, it makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah.
I just didn't realize how much of a process it was to have.
It doesn't surprise me, to be honest.
Yeah. It would be interesting to, at some point, go and see how, like, Black History Month had, and, like, Hispanic Heritage History Month.
Yeah.
And there's, like, Asian Pacific Islander History Month. Like, how all of those became a thing as well, like, the process behind them. I wonder if it was very similar or if it was even more difficult. I don't know.
Yeah. Ooh, now I'm curious.
Anyway,
what do you think happened first, Women's History Month or Black History Month?
I'm not sure. We could look it up.
Yeah.
Google it. I'll Google it since I'm not streaming here. Women, or let's see. So Black History Month was founded in 1976. So it was a couple years before Women's History Month.
Okay.
So 1976 and then 1981 is when, or 1987 was when it was officially done. So actually quite a few years, like 11 years before Women's History Month. But that makes sense. That's how it was with voting too, so.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes, I think, with most.
You're late,
things.
I'm not. Dude, we were late. You're even later. What?
Yeah, Shady, you can't lie this time.
Yeah, no.
You really can't. And you know why? I was in mod view. I know who was here. I know who's here since the beginning.
Wow, Shady.
On the list. Shaking my head.
Wow.
Okay, anyways. Last thing about National Women's History Month. So, there are themes that the National Women's History Alliance designates for each year. And this year's theme is Celebrating Women Who Tell Our Stories. And it recognizes women past and present who have been active in all forms of media and storytelling, including print, radio, TV, stage, screen, blogs, podcasts, news, and social media. Which is, fitting because we're a podcast and also we're talking about people that are kind of, well, at least one of mine, two of mine actually, have okay, we're only doing two for each of us, so not two of mine.
Yeah.
Both of mine are very influential in those medias, I should say.
Yeah. Also, this is a little off topic. A side note, this is probably going to be a shorter episode today.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah.
Not just because I'm getting sick, but I'm dog sitting a 6-month-old puppy who can't be left alone for too long. So, yeah.
That's okay.
I really hope she doesn't have an accident.
I mean, let's be real. We gotta do short streams before our 12-hour stream,
Yeah.
We can't be doing
Can't give the people too much. No.
Yeah.
Can't give the people. gotta
tease
leave them
a bit. Wanting.
Yeah,
leave
gotta
them
tease
wanting.
a bit.
Yeah.
Let's be teasers. I'm sorry.
No, stop.
I'm done. Oh my god. I'm okay. Anyway. Okay. Wait, is that...
Yeah, now we're going to talk about the women that we chose, the women we love, that inspire us.
There are so many great women. I feel like maybe we should, do this next March, too. Choose
we talked about doing this just every year.
Every year, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about a female pirate, but I'm going to save it for when we do a pirate episode, because I think everyone knows, if you don't, you should, that I'm obsessed with pirates, and I really want to do a pirate episode.
Yeah.
Mom got a yo gimme yo money's hat.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, she really does, honestly.
Oh my gosh.
Sarah looking slick with them lenses, but I know she evil and hit.
Oh yeah, Shady said you bullied him earlier. What did you do?
I called him a worm.
Shady, is that why she was... Is that...
Night, Grandma.
Good night, Grandma!
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking to Grandma?
Yeah, sorry. She was asking me if I work tomorrow.
Aw. Do you work tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay.
8 to 12. Let's go.
Shady said, "Tell her I say hi." Tell her.
Okay, I'll tell her.
Oh shit, she actually is. Wow. 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 Okay.
She wants to know where you live, Shady. What town? I'll ask you later, though.
I'll ask you later. Are you ever just itchy for no reason? Like, randomly get itchy? Yeah. Like... Callie?
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I have to get a blow dryer for my grandma.
Okay. She can adopt me? Oh my god. Oh, that's like the last thing we need. I'm permanently itching. Mariella, that sounds horrible. What the heck? Itchy and smelly. Oh my god. Wow. Wow.
Hello, I'm back.
How much does a shower cost?
Well, no, she knows you live there, Shady. She wants to know where you live in Cali. Not...
I'm permanently itchy.
She was fully telling you where she lives, by the way.
I think I got lice, but whatevs. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I really need to go get tissues.
Yeah, go get tissues. That's fine.
Who wants to go first? Should I?
Lice are friends, not food. No.
Ew. I guess
Lice are not friends or food.
Yeah. Lice, lucky I'm stuck with worms. Oh my god, are you stuck with Shady?
No. Yeah. I don't remember giving him to you, Crispy, but you can have him, I guess. Just make sure you change his dirt every once in a while. Let's go, I'm family now. Shady, she was fully telling you what town what district of a certain place she lives in. And I was like, she doesn't want to come visit you. She's just curious. That's all. That's what she said.
Oh my gosh, my ears just popped.
Oh, they popped.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Grandma P is my
Grandma P is my gram now.
Okay. Okay. Do you want me... Wait. Because you should probably end. So, me, you. Yeah, I should go first. Okay.
Yeah, you go first, then me. Yeah.
Ooh, I just got the chills.
And then... Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the crack kid. Yeah.
So, the first person, the first lady that we're going to talk about is one of my, favorite figures in history, and that is Alice Paul. And, I mean, I don't know how many people have seen the movie Iron-Jawed Angels, but it's, a really good movie about her and a few other key figures of the women's suffrage movement, and oh my god, it's so good! Actually, fun fact, you know how, when I was in college, we had the fashion show and stuff?
Yeah.
There was somebody who, did a whole collection based off that movie.
Oh, really? That's
cool. They were,
cool.
kick-ass outfits, too. They were so good. Oh, man.
Can you guys hear my Rubik's Cube?
I can't.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I need to fiddle with something while I sit here.
I know. I want to get, a fidget toy for my desk.
Yeah.
I don't have anything.
I usually do my Rubik's Cube, but, it's kind of loud, so I try not to do it when we're potting.
I guess, I am wearing a bracelet. If I have a ponytail or a bracelet on my wrist, I typically, play with that. But I don't want to, break my bracelet. Okay. Let's start at the top. Okay. Rubik's Cube, we know. That was a toot? We know that was a toot! No! Okay, well... I guess you tooted, Sero.
Oh,
the
no.
Rubik's Cube is a lie. You keep tooting.
Oh, wow.
Speaking of toots, no one joined my capybara farting club? What the?
Yeah, she posted it in the community. I messaged, but I don't think I
Wait,
joined.
really?
No.
I'll have to look at that later. Oh my god. I want to join.
Your fart smells death. That's what I sent. It's Among Us.
Wait, what?
Yeah, look at the GIF I sent. But you can't because you're. Oh yeah, you can't do it because I'm here.
Okay.
Well, you can on your phone or not? No, you can't on your phone because you're using.
Wait, what did you send it? Wait, where?
In the Discord.
Oh.
Community.
Oh, the community. I can go to it. I have you popped out.
Oh, you figured out how to do pop out?
Yeah, Citrine told me.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, Citrine tell me too because I always try and it never works. Wait, what?
Oh my god, what is with these farts?
Why are you spraying me?
Oh my god.
Oh, the double loves. The double loves.
Aw. Okay. Alice Paul. So, she is a key figure in women having the ability to achieve the right to vote. She... I love how I wrote this. I literally wrote, she is a badass who endured many hardships and never, even on her deathbed, stopped fighting for equality. So, Alice Paul was born in New Jersey, grew up in a comfortable home with her parents were Quakers. Fun fact. For those of you who don't know what Quakers are...
I was just gonna ask if you could explain it.
Yeah.
Completely.
I literally got this, like I quoted it, word from word, from the Quaker website. Like, there's a website explaining what Quakers are, because, you know, it's a religion, so they have,
Yeah.
So, it literally said, word for word, from their website, there are two fundamental aspects to Quaker faith. First, friends believe that all people are capable of directly experiencing the divine nature of the universe, which is known by many names, God, or the Holy Spirit, or simply Spirit, being among the most common. You don't need a priest or any other kind of spiritual intercessor. You don't need to perform any kind of ritual. When you need to hear from God, you will. When Spirit has a message for you to share, you should share it. So basically, like, God talks directly to you. There's no, like, in between, like you see with, like, you know, other religions. The big thing about Quakers, though, was equality of the sexes was always a Quaker practice. So that's especially big. Like, that had a huge influence on her growing up. Because obviously, like, women were not seen as equals for a very long time. So some of, like, her role models were Susan B. Anthony, who, you know, also very huge with the women's suffrage movement and a lot of, like, other things. Wasn't she a teacher? I'm pretty sure she was a teacher. Almost.
Susan B. Anthony, I believe so.
Yeah, I believe she was a teacher. Oh, fuck. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I'ma send it to you.
Okay.
I totally meant to look up the pronunciation of the name earlier, and I totally forgot.
Are you sitting... Okay, in this.
Yeah.
Oh, Lucretia... Lucretia? Is it? It's not Lucretia. It's Lucretia, I think, Mott.
Lucretia Mott.
Lucretia Mott.
I know she was another big, like, key player in the original suffrage movement. Yeah.
I know I learned about her.
Yeah, so those were, like, two of her biggest inspirations. Growing up, her parents embraced gender equality, education for women, and working to improve society. Her mother was a suffragist and often brought little Alice with her to women's suffrage meetings. Alice did graduate with a biology degree in 1905. a Master's of Arts degree in sociology in 1907, and then went to England to study social work. And after returning to the US, she earned a PhD in 1910. We have a
PhD in 1910.
1910. That's
as a woman. That's insane.
I think, yeah, right? I think it was, I'm almost positive it was in law too, but I could be wrong.
That's everything. That must have been like so difficult. Not because of like the knowledge aspects, but
oh no, I was wrong. Oh, okay, I wasn't 100% wrong. She earned her PhD in economics, but later on, like, so after the first win that they got with like the suffrage movement and stuff, she went back to school in 1922 and got her law degree because she was trying to still improve women's rights. So yeah, this girl, damn, that's like 4 degrees.
I could never.
And in that time, because like nobody was taking her seriously, that's why she went for the law degree. But economics, biology, sociology, and law, like what the fuck, bro? Love her. Anyway, damn, I only have one. Yeah, I only have one degree. I have a bachelor's. Like,
I gotta get back on the grind. Apparently.
Yeah, right. While she was in England, she learned a ton of shit that she brought back with her to the United States. So, because England had their suffrage movement, you know, before, or like, I don't know the exact dates, but it was kind of going on around the same time. I kind of want to say it was like a little bit before. At least they got theirs like rolling a bit more. But she transformed into a oh my god. I can't fucking talk. Militant suffragist. In England, they were very much more aggressive with their tactics for the suffrage movement. It was deeds, not words, which was their motto. So she was arrested a few times. She endured hunger strikes, which we'll get more into, and endured force feedings multiple times, which we'll get into a bit more too. That's just the way they treated. Yeah, oh god, we'll get into it. But yeah, she's very aggressive, you know, like throwing rocks, all like just a bunch of stuff. So like I said, she came back to the US. She came back in 1910, and with that, everything she learned in England, she basically brought over with her. So in 1912, Alice Paul met Lucy Burns, who is also in the movie Iron Jawed Angels, because it's like kind of focuses around those two, since they're like they become like best friends and stuff like that, and they do all of this together. But they joined the National American Women's Suffrage Association, the NAWSA, with Paul leading the Washington D.C. chapter. They primarily focused on state-by-state campaigns, but Paul preferred to lobby to Congress for a constitutional amendment. So, you know, her views and focus was a little bit different than the organization's. And she's always been that way. Like, you'll, like, as we go through, it's just always Congress, like, hitting them where it hurts kind of thing. Because of those differences, though, she did, like, leave. Like, she cut ties with them and formed the National Women's Party. So, she organized a ton of parades, pickets in support of suffrage. Her first and the largest was in Washington, D.C. on March 3rd, 1913, the day before President-elect Woodrow Wilson's inauguration. So, approximately 8,000 women marched with banners and floats down Pennsylvania Avenue from the Capitol to the White House. the day before the fucking inauguration, with 500,000 spectators watching. There was a lot of harassment towards the marchers. You know, a lot of very not happy people.
Yeah.
That escalated. In January 1917, Paul and over 1,000 silent. Oh shit! I think it's set. You know what? I'm just gonna send it to you. I don't remember how to say it. I remember listening to this in the documentary, but I don't remember. That was a couple weeks ago. You know what I mean? I think it's sentinels. Sentinels?
Yep.
Sentinels?
Sentinels.
Okay.
Yeah, or sentinels or sentinels. Yeah.
Okay. Either
sentinels.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's sentinels, but I think you said it correctly the first time.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So, over 1,000 silent sentinels began 18 months of picketing the White House, which just included standing at the gate with signs.
18 months?
18 months of picketing the White House. Yeah. So that included, like, standing at the gate with signs that would say things like, Mr. President, how long must women wait for liberty? They endured verbal and physical attacks, which increased, especially after the U.S. entered World War I. Because people, like... And actually, during that time, too, people who did, like, support the movement, like, stopped supporting the movement because they still, like... Because America was at war. So they were like, why are you doing this now? Like, we're at war. Like, why can't you support your country? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it was, it turned into a huge political thing. Doesn't everything. Police did arrest them on stupid charges of things like obstructing traffic. Paul was sentenced to jail for 7 months where she organized a hunger strike and protest. Now, it would look bad if these women died in prison. So if they did hunger strikes, they were either threatened to be sent to an insane asylum,
mm-hmm.
or like they'd be force-fed, or, you know, like both. She was force-fed. Like, a lot of them were force-fed. Very, very painful. It is not... I know we were kind of talking about it before the podcast.
Yeah.
But it's like they shove a tube and, like, a funnel and shit, like, down your throat to basically force you to eat, basically.
Yeah.
And, it can cause, like, vomiting, and it's very painful. Like, it's not great at all, or okay. I feel like that shouldn't be okay, but oh, they're purple.
Oh, I can't even see them yet because the stream's lagging.
Oh, but crap, I lost where I was. Okay, yeah. Also, again, I know I've talked about the movie a lot, but you do get to see, like, a reenactment of force feeding in the movie, and I feel like that scene's, like, kind of hard to watch, honestly. But...
Oh.
They're so big! So...
You can make them smaller if you want.
Nah, I'm leaving them.
Okay.
So, the newspapers, like, they kind of wrote about her treatment and stuff, to get, like, public sympathy and support for the suffrage movement, which worked, because in 1918, Wilson announced his support for the suffrage, and then 2 more years later, it took 2 more years after for the Senate, the House, and the required 36 states to approve the amendment. And I'm pretty sure...
The 19th Amendment.
I'm pretty sure when they voted, too, it was literally, like, they won by, like, 1 vote.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I know it was like a very like small,
Small margin.
yeah. Upon the National Women's Party focused on the Equal Rights Amendment to guarantee women constitutional protection from discrimination, and Paul spent her entire life advocating for this amendment and other women's issues. Now, this amendment, the ERA, the Equal Rights Amendment, it was ratified by 35 states in 1970s, but by 1982, the deadline was 3 states short of the 38 needed to become a constitutional amendment. To this day, it is still an amendment that women are working towards. We still do not have that amendment. We do not have that constitutional protection. So frustrating! Oh my god. When I was like reading more and more about it, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? It's so stupid. But, I know that recently there was a small win in 2020. The ERA. I'm pretty sure, I don't know why I didn't write it down. Let me see. It was... It had to do... Oh, they removed the time limit. So I don't think there's a time limit anymore. So I'm hoping, like, that's like a huge step, I feel like. So I'm hoping that... Obviously, this gives the ERA more of a push to actually be a thing. So... Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But yeah, question, is it me or is pollen getting worse? I do think pollen is getting worse. Yeah, she is one of my favorite women in history. She was not afraid to be on the attack, and I don't know, like, her work is still, like, being done today, so love her. And dude, you really need to watch that movie. It is so good.
Yeah, I think you told me to watch it like weeks ago.
Yeah.
When we first started talking about this episode, but I never did. I forgot.
It's so good. Oh my god.
I don't watch enough movies. I need to. Sarah, you happy I gave you stuff? Yes, shitty. That has nothing to do with it. He's talking about Minecraft, bruh.
Of course he is.
Shaking my head.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's, I mean, like, obviously there's, you know, a little bit more details and stuff like that I don't think... We both kind of summarized, I feel like, stuff.
Yeah.
Like, there's obviously going to be more details and, like, accomplishments and all that stuff that we won't be talking about today. So, if anybody's interested, totally look into stuff. But, love her. She's my favorite. So. Oh, wait! You know what I forgot?
Oh,
I forgot. We have pictures. Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, we have pictures.
We have pictures. Yeah. I should have had her up this whole time.
Show your picture.
This was Alice Paul.
Hold on. Oh, wow. Yeah. You showed me that picture, I think, last time we talked about this.
Ah, cancel. There we go.
Huh?
I couldn't move her. I had her locked on accident.
Oh.
Alice Paul. She's so pretty. So yeah, here's Alice Paul. Next, you have
Frida Kahlo.
Did you want me to put the pictures up now or wait?
You can if you'd like.
Okay.
You can mural it. Make it a mural.
Oh my gosh.
It's fitting. Her husband was a muralist.
Yeah, right? Oh
pretty
my
famous.
god,
Yeah.
their relationship was a
Yeah.
shit show.
It was a lot. They were soulmates apparently, though.
No, they were
They're
a
still
fucking shit
revered as
show.
soulmates.
No, they're a
Yeah,
fucking shit show. Fuck that
interesting.
shit. I could not.
She has a cool chair? Yeah, she does. She has a lot of cool, like, little things that either she made or had custom made for her.
You want to get a visual
to, like,
of
function.
force feeding? Here's one.
Yeah, there's the visual for you. Frida Kahlo's visual of her experience with force feeding.
This is a trend, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Whomst? Not Vincent van Gogh, no.
I can make something bigger too when you're talking about it if you want. I kind of forgot they were there.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's fine. It's fine. All right, let me get to my documents. Horse feeding? No, not horse feeding. Okay, so I didn't know this. Her name isn't even Frida, like her first name. That's like one of her middle names. Her first name is Magdalena.
Oh shit.
Magdalena Carmen Frida Kahlo y Calderon is her full name.
Did you watch a movie about her in Spanish?
I've watched I watched several
movies
about
watching
her.
I don't remember what it was,
had,
but I remember
that
watching a
one
movie.
Girl from Spanglish in it, I'm pretty sure.
From Spanglish?
Yeah, it's another movie. I'm pretty sure she played Frida Kahlo. Oh. It was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely watched a movie on her.
I don't remember a lot. Class. I just remember, the main thing I remember from Spanish class was the spiciness of her relationship.
Oh, yeah. Her and Diego.
The tea.
Something else.
Yeah. Anyway, this is about her.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Not him.
Yeah. Also, yeah, I'll talk a little bit about that whole thing. Talking about him is not even relevant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So she was born in 1907 in Mexico City, Mexico. And she actually suffered from polio when she was younger. So she was, I know maybe the people that know about her in the chat know that she was like ill for most of her life, but I didn't realize that polio was a part of it as well. So it wasn't just the other thing that I'm going to talk about in a moment. So yeah, she suffered from polio, and the illness caused her right leg to be thinner than her left one. But even with that issue, her father always encouraged her to do sports and be active to help her recovery. And so she played soccer. She was a swimmer. She even wrestled. Like, she was doing everything, even with polio complicating her health. And she also attended the renowned National Preparatory School, there we go, in Mexico City in 1922. And there was only 35 female students enrolled in that school. So she was like 1 out of 35. And it was a pretty big school. And she was headed for medical school. Like, that was what she was preparing for. Until at age 18, she was in a serious bus accident. Oh my gosh. Let me take a drink of water. My mouth is like...
Take a swig.
Oh no, I almost picked up the soju. That could have been bad.
Oh my god. That would not taste like water.
No. Okay, so at age 18, she was in a serious bus accident that left her unable to walk for 3 months. She broke her back, her pelvis. She fractured her collarbone and 2 ribs. She crushed her right leg, and it was broken in 11 places, and she was even impaled by a piece of the handrail.
Ooh,
she was on one of those trolley buses. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And she, her whole life changed because she was bedridden for 3 months, but she was also in chronic pain for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
And that often left her bedridden or in a wheelchair or unable to a lot. And when she was bedridden for those 3 months where she couldn't do anything really, she found her love for painting again, because when she was younger she painted and engraved for one of her father's friends, but she really wanted to focus on medical school at the time. So then when she was bedridden, she thought about doing like medical paintings. And so her mom set her up with this easel that was like custom made for her to use in the bed. And they gave her a mirror like placed above her so that she could see herself. And she started painting. And that's like where her painting career began, and she just fell in love with it. Like it's so interesting that her whole life trajectory changed because of that one incident.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does suck. It sucks a lot. So she also found love in another artist, Diego Rivera, who was a famous muralist. Internationally, he was famous for his murals. And they spent the late 20s and early 30s after they got married traveling in Mexico and the United States. Mostly for him, because he was the famous one and he was also the man. Mm-hmm. And there was actually an interview she did in, I think it was Detroit. They titled the article, because it was an interview for her, the wife of like famous muralist Diego like dabbles in art or something. It was like so patronizing. I hated
that. Oh my fucking
I hated
God.
it. But then a couple years later, in like 1937, she was approached by a famous surrealist artist, Andre Breton, I think it was his name. Breton? Yeah. And he arranged for her to have her own solo exhibition at the Julian Levy Gallery in New York in 1938. And it was such a success that she got another solo show in Paris the next year. Aww. Where the Louvre bought one of her paintings. Aww. And it was actually the very first Mexican artist to be featured in their collection. And that's the one in the middle, right there. That's the painting that is in the Louvre now. It's called The Frame. It's actually really interesting. So the back of it, the blue and like her, is painted on aluminum. And then the very front, like the framing, is a piece of glass that she painted and that she flipped over onto the aluminum. So that's...
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was very... Oh! Thanks for... I can't see what it says. Thanks, Enzo! Oh, it says it in chat too. Cool. I can see what's happening.
Aww.
Yeah, cool art. 100%. Also, hi, Enzo.
Yes, Enzo!
You're here. Hello.
Enzo! Hi.
What else? Okay, what was I saying? I don't remember.
The glass?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. So after the 30s, we're into the 40s now. She participated in exhibitions in Mexico and US for like the next decade. And she actually also taught art, the School of National Painting, which it's in Spanish. Escuela Nacional de Pintura, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, and then she had her first solo exhibition in Mexico. So she had one in the US, but she never had one in Mexico before, but she was finally recognized in her home country shortly before her death in 1954.
Okay, Enzo and Shady are getting naked in our chat.
I think that's kind of fitting. I feel like she would have been for it, so it's okay. She was very free-spirited. Especially with anything sexually
That's true.
Charged.
She was. Anyway.
So she died at the age of 47 after being like bedridden for many months, and that's where some of her most inspiring, in my opinion, pieces came from. Because so basically she had a back surgery. She had many surgeries over the years to fix what happened during the bus, and also anything that had to do with the polio that she had to, that she had when she was a kid.
Yeah.
And one of the surgeries went very wrong, and it basically put her in even more pain than she already was, and the pain was so bad that she had no appetite, and they had to force feed her. And that is what created the painting on the left. It's called Without Hope. Um and or wait, no. Yeah, no, that's that's Without Hope. That's Without Hope. And it's basically the hopelessness that she felt while she was being forced to eat food in so much pain while bedridden. Like, I could not imagine like the amount of pain you have to be in.
Yeah.
To not be able to eat anything.
Yeah, and then like force feeding itself is a painful
Yeah.
experience, so that just
Yeah.
adds even more pain on top of
Yep.
that.
Yep. And the fact that even through all of this pain, she created such beautiful works is insane. And you can tell kind of near the end, when she was, because near the end she was very, very aware that she was going to pass. Like she knew, and she got very focused on painting things like that she thought were important politically, human rights wise, like everything that she thought she needed to do before she was gone. She painted as much as she could. And you could tell that the skill level was kind of different because she couldn't hold the brush as well because she was in so much pain and she was weak, and like she was, going through a lot of issues near the end, but she still continued to paint. She still continued up until like the last week of her life painting. Like she was very dedicated.
Yeah. She's so cool.
Yeah. One of the coolest women that I ever learned about in high school, honestly.
Yeah.
Like we didn't really learn about a lot of women on to be frank.
Yeah.
But she was one of the ones we learned about because we took Spanish. That's the only reason, honestly.
Yeah, because we took Spanish. And I'm trying to think. I'm like now trying to think what women like I learned about in history.
But we learned about Harriet Tubman. That's the one I can think of. I think we learned about I'm Marie Curie. We learned about Marie Curie.
I feel like Sacagawea. That's it.
That's like the only ones.
I'm trying to remember when I first watched Iron Jaw Angels. I thought it was high school, but it might have not been until college, honestly.
I learned a lot about women in college. A lot.
Yeah.
But I was also a gender, women, sexuality studies minor, so I took classes specifically
about
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, anyway. I definitely learned a lot about women, but in a different, like...
Yeah, in a different light. Yeah. All right, so a little bit about some of her, like, most passionate movements that she was a part of. She was really, she really loved women to be bold and to speak up for themselves and just speak out in general. Like, she was a very outspoken person in her community and in her art. She was very against capitalism, so the U.S. was like not her cup of tea. She made a lot of works of art while she was in the U.S. about capitalism and then oppression and like all of the poor that she saw while she was living there. Like there's so many political paintings that she made about America, which are they're very good actually. They're very symbolic of a lot of things. They're really good paintings. So even if you don't necessarily agree with her politics, I do recommend looking at the paintings because they're very interesting and like the symbols in them are really well represented. Like,
you can still appreciate something even if you don't agree with the
especially because she is a surrealist. Like a lot of her works are just like so interesting to look at, even if you don't fully understand them. Yeah, like I didn't put up one of my favorite ones because it has like a bit of graphicness to it that I didn't think would be appropriate or like would make some people uncomfortable, and I didn't want to like have to worry about that as much, so I didn't put it up. But she did one about her miscarriages that she had. because
Oh,
because of her injuries and because of the polio, she had really bad um, fertility, and it complicated a lot of things for her, relationship wise and mental health
fuck him.
wise, and obviously productive wise. But
Fuck him.
she um, she had several paintings about miscarriages and that kind of stuff, which was it was really beautiful that she wanted to share that, especially during a time when it was like not okay for women to talk about that kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like ever. So yeah, those paintings are really something. They're something. I don't even know how to describe them. But she also was really into talking about like beauty standards, not only just like um, women beauty standards, but masculine ones as well. Like she played around with masculinity a lot and femininity. So like all of her self portraits, she masculinized herself. So she, kept the monobrow that she had in real life, but she also exaggerated the faint mustache she had and altered her features a bit more to be more masculine, so her jawline and that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So she really had no fucks to give about
Yeah.
beauty standards in that way. Let me see. What else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah. She also was and is okay, I don't think she knew she was going to be this, but she's like kind of an icon in like the queer community because of her just open bisexuality and giving like no cares to who
Oh.
knew and who talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
She talked about it herself with like whoever, like she
Yeah.
did not care. And her and Diego's relationship had like some complications, but they were both very like communicative about that particular topic, which I thought was really cool of them, even though I don't
Yeah.
necessarily think it was a healthy relationship all around, but that part was good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, so that's basically all I have that I want to talk about. There's more that you can look into if you're
Yeah,
interested in
she has
Frida
a really
Kahlo.
interesting life.
She has a lot of interesting things that she was a part of and
Mm-hmm.
believed in, and you can look into those yourself.
Love that.
'Cause I can't do it.
Yeah, like some of these women, like the next person I'm talking about, Ida,
Mhm.
um, she like there's so many like documentaries and like
Mhm.
there's so much on all of these women and it's like
Yeah.
it would way too long for a podcast like this.
I
Way too
would
much.
love for Frida to go to the Casa Azul, which was like her childhood home,
Mhm.
with like the easel and the mirror and like the whole setup that she had there,
Yeah.
and it has some of her paintings and like I would love to go there one
Oh,
day.
I remember seeing pictures of that.
Yeah, it was in the
Yeah.
documentary I'm
Very
sure that we watched or like the movie we
uh
watched. I feel like I've watched several things about her in Spanish.
yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel like I've seen a documentary and then I definitely think I've seen like a movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember the bus scene from the movie vividly. So
Uh, oh my god, I actually kind of have to pee real quick before I start.
no, you're fine. Actually, I'll tell them about the other painting that's on the thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, you do that. I gotta pee.
Yeah. So this painting is the Tree of Hope, the one on the top right there. And she painted this after that bad surgery that I talked about, where like she was just in more pain. And she had so when she came back from the U.S., when she was traveling with Diego, she had to wear a back brace for like months, and that's the back brace that she's holding in the painting. And the flag tip is red because that's supposed to symbolize the medical tool that like destroyed her nerves in her back during the surgery that like made her in so much more pain. And originally, it was supposed to have like a skeleton to symbolize death and like her kind of thoughts about like her mental health and the the thought of dying because how much pain she was in, like passing at times felt like a better option than continuing. but one of her friends talked her out of putting the skeleton in because it upset them too much to think about her, leaving. So she took it out. But the overall painting is supposed to be like how the surgery was supposed to be her hope, like her light, and how it basically turned into her darkness. But that she's still holding hope, basically. That's what the little flag has a phrase in Spanish. I don't remember the phrase. I know it's Árbol de Esperanza, I think. Tree of Hope. And then, what does the other part say? Let me see. Zooming in.
Zooming in. Do you want me to make the image bigger?
No, I'm looking it up.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hi, Link!
Keep firm. Yeah. Keep firm. So Tree of Hope, keep firm. So, like, hold on as much as you can. I was talking about, because, like, this painting she did after the surgery that, like, fucked her up even more. Oh, hi, Link. Hello.
Did you see what Crispy said earlier?
It's covering the inky thing I can make fun of.
What?
What? What are you talking about? Why does Mom have that hat? It's covering the inky thing I can make fun of.
I don't know what he's talking about.
There's no. What do you mean?
Crispies. I sat outside one of those classes. It was interesting hearing the professor talk about sex toys preferences.
Yeah, I did write a paper on those. So that is definitely a class I've taken. Global reproduction. Yeah. You would find that interesting, Lila. That's also basically a women's episode. Like, global reproduction is insane.
Dude, that does
sound interesting. They used to not give women, especially women of color, painkillers because they thought that their biology made them like more adept to like or had a higher pain tolerance, so they wouldn't give them painkillers during like surgeries and childbirth and like so many things. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, insane. No, I think I literally would have died.
Yeah. And
like, no joke, like literally would have died.
This is getting into something a little like serious, I guess, but it's okay. It's okay. I don't care. So they used to there was a time period where Hispanic women that were in childbirth, they would like while they're in the midst of childbirth or right after when they were like fully out of it, or if they were given drugs, were on drugs, they'd have them sign consent forms to have their like tubes tied or whatever it's called.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they would do it, and some of those women did not even know that it had been done. They would go on trying to have children in the future, and then they would find out later down the road when they went to a doctor that they had been sterilized without their permission or consent.
Oh, that's like the opposite of. Whoa.
Yeah, it's insane. Like the things I learned in that class, like insane.
Oh my fucking god! I did not know that. That pisses me off.
Yeah, it was mostly women in California and Texas that were affected. But yeah.
Wait, was it insane. A specific like race, or was it just like any?
Yeah, Hispanic women.
Oh, Hispanic women.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god, that's so fucked up.
Yeah. It's also like a language barrier thing, so like they really were just being really evil.
Yeah.
Really evil people.
That is really fucked up. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Man. Now I feel like no, maybe I shouldn't say that. We're trying not to bring
we're trying not to be like
into it, but
yeah.
I feel like
it's kind of hard when it's women, you know?
Yeah.
And
this is Women's History Month. This is the Women's History episode. What
we
the
are
fuck?
women. We experience life as women. So.
What the fuck? How did that happen? That was weird.
Oh, you disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know. I literally wasn't
Goodbye,
touching the mouse at
Lila.
all.
Shadow realm.
I literally wasn't touching the mouse at all. I don't know. My hand wasn't anywhere near it. I don't know what happened. It was weird. No. Not this. Not again. I'm back. No, I was gonna say, like, and now they don't want women to stop having babies.
Yeah. It's interesting how the tides have turned. How the turntables, you know?
How the turntables.
Yeah.
And women still don't have equal rights constitutionally, so, you know.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Do you want to talk about Ida B. Wells?
Yeah, we're not only going to be talking more about women's suffrage, but we are going to be talking about some other fucked up shit. Okay, here we go.
Let's go. Fucked up.
Yeah.
Don't worry, mine's also fucked up, bro.
I got a lot. Oh, there's a lot I didn't even write about that's like really fucked up too.
Yeah.
So, okay. Ida B. Wells.
Yo, take Frida off.
Yeah, I should do that. I almost forgot. Oops.
You're good.
Okay.
I looked to the chat and saw Frida and I was like, oh, jump scare.
Oh god, that's a big picture. Hello, Ida. Welcome to...
Hello. Oh my gosh, I know.
I love her.
She looks so regal in that picture.
I feel like I don't really remember learning a lot about her, but like as I go
I know her name. I know
her name because, you know, well, don't want to dox ourselves, but
well, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, know her name, but I learned a lot about her. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna make her just a little smaller. There we go.
Love how you said don't want to dox ourselves fully.
Okay, there's multiple places that like she's been and lived.
I know, but I'm pretty sure most of them know the state we live in.
Oh, that's true. Oh well.
It's okay. It's okay if they know the state. We live in the corn. We're the corn states. If you know, you know. I'm pretty sure I've put it in Enzo's chat before. So anybody that was in Enzo's chat that one time I said it knows.
Enzo, corn. You know, corn. Corn. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Corn.
Soy. We talked about soy plants.
Oh, soy boy?
Soy plants.
Oh, soy plants. I thought you said soy boy.
Soy boy, no. Soy. Did you know that there's clothes that are made out of soybeans and corn?
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about today.
Soy boys, yeah, that was...
Okay. So, Ida B. Wells. This lovely lady, she was an African-American civil rights advocate, a journalist, a researcher in the late 19th century and early 20th century, and she was a teacher. And in her lifetime, she battled sexism, racism, and violence. Now, Ida Bell Wells was born in Holly Springs, Mississippi on January 16th, 1862. She was born into slavery during the Civil War. Once the war ended, her parents became politically active during the Reconstruction era of like politics. Now, her parents valued education, So, like, her and her siblings, like, they went through school and stuff like that. But at 16, Wells had to drop out of college to care for her siblings after her parents and her youngest sibling passed away from yellow fever. That is when she found work as a teacher. At 16, she became a teacher to raise her siblings. Because, like, her mom was, you know, she was a slave, and during slavery, like, her mom, like, lost touch with her siblings because everybody was taken to, like, different places and stuff. So that was, like...
she was the only one that a part of the family left that could take care of them.
So she did not want her siblings split up, so she just took on that role of parent, basically. Now, she did move with her siblings to Memphis, Tennessee in 1882, where she continued teaching. While she was there in Memphis in 1884, she filed a lawsuit against a train car company in Memphis for unfair treatment. Now, what happened was she was thrown off a first-class train, even though, like, she was obviously, like, she was a very beautiful lady. She was very well dressed. She had a first-class ticket. But even though, like, she had a first-class ticket and, like, like, she looked like she belonged too, despite her, race, during that time. But she did win $500 in the lawsuit at the local level.
Oh, okay.
It was taken to federal court where it was overturned.
Ugh.
That was really, I was really pissed. I was, like, so excited when I was like, oh, she won. Oh, no. But she, did not make it easy for them when they were, like, kicking her off the train. She put up a really good fight, and she even bit one of the fucking crew members. I think it took, like, 3 or 4 guys to get her off the fucking train. So, kick-ass lady we have here.
Yeah.
After the train incident, she began writing about issues of race and politics in the South. She obviously did not use her name because, death wish there. She used the name Lola, and she had a number of articles published in black newspapers. And she later became an owner of 2 of the newspapers, the Memphis Free Speech and Headlight, and then also, oh wait, what? Why is that also? Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. The Memphis Free Speech and Headlight was the first one, and then the other one was Free Speech. There were 2 ands there, and it really threw me off. Anyway, in addition to working as a journalist and publisher, she worked still as a teacher in segregated public schools in Memphis. She was a very vocal critic of the conditions of segregated schools in the city and was fired from her job in 1891 because of this criticism. She is most well known for leading the anti-lynching crusades in the 1890s and promoting justice for African Americans. She also fought for women's suffrage in general, specifically for colored women, because, well, we'll get into that. In addition to working as a journalist and publisher, okay, I have this here twice. We're gonna skip that. It was just talking about the segregated schools again. Oops. Anyway, she began her editorial campaigns against lynching that quickly led to the sacking of her newspaper's office, and it basically, like, put her life in danger. She, even though she was, like, going under a fake name, like, they were like after the person who was trying to push that.
Mm.
So in 1892 there was a big incident. Her friend and 2 of his business associates were murdered. They owned a grocery store, which drew customers away from a white-owned store in the neighborhood. The white store owner and his supporters clashed with these 3 men on multiple occasions, and one night they had to guard their store against an attack and ended up shooting several of the white men. So, of course, they were arrested and taken to jail. Unfortunately, they did not have a chance to defend themselves. A lynch mob took them from their cells and murdered them. Wells wrote articles about the lynchings and stuff, which, again, like, risked her life.
Yeah.
So she had to get out of there, and but she did like she did travel south, like to other states and stuff, to gather more information on the lynchings, which was like an even bigger like it helped the movement, but it was even bigger problem. She eventually had to move because of her life being in danger, and she ended up, hold on, did she go to New York first? I'm getting like lost in my own notes.
It's alright, I'm probably gonna, I tried to organize mine, but there's so much.
I know, there's so much. This lady's like life is crazy. So
Ow. Sorry, I just need my
yeah. That's okay. I hope you're okay.
I'm fine,
That's
I'm
okay
fine.
that you hurt yourself. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Well, okay, so first, she did bring her anti-lynching campaign to the White House in 1898 and called for President McKinley to make reforms.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. In 1893, she joined the African American leaders in calling for the boycott of the World's Columbian Exposition. Okay, well, apparently I didn't write it down, but I know. Anyway, she moved to the north, okay? So she got out of the south, moved to the north, ended up in Chicago. Okay, let's just saying. But anyway, in 1895, she did meet and marry oh my god. Ferdinand. Oh my gosh.
Okay, Ferdinand
Barnett, who she did have 4 children with, and despite being married, she did keep her maiden name, which, you know, was very untraditional at the time. He I love this guy. He loved like strong, independent women. Love him, love her. They were a cute couple. They did have like a bigger age gap, but they were a good, healthy couple.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it does. Yeah,
yeah.
He was 1895. She was 1862.
Yeah. So Wells contributed to the Chicago. Oh my god. I know this word. This is such a. Why am I blanking? Conservator. Oh my god. Chicago Conservator. Her husband, which was her husband's newspaper, and to other local journals. She published a detailed look at lynching in 1895. From 1898 to 1902, Wells served as secretary of the National Afro-American Council. In 1909, she participated in the meeting of the Niagara Movement and the founding of the National Association for Advancement of Colored People, the NAACP, which, like, I feel like that's a pretty popular, well-known one today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NAACP.
Yeah. So, like she helped with the founding of that. She's so cool. Although she was initially left out of the NAACP's controlling committee of 40. She helped contribute to the founding of that, but whatever. Obviously these women, like, 'cause also with Paul, like, helping with these bigger committees and then like not different views and then making their own. She did end up making her own later. But what happened was she did become like a member of the executive committee, but because of the white and elite Black leadership, she soon distanced herself from the organization. So during in the North and during like in Chicago during this time, what happened, there was a lot of like I don't know the best way to there was, even in the colored community, you had the people who were kind of from the North who were more, I don't want to necessarily say well off, but like yeah, they were more well off. So they had like a different view and they acted a bit differently than and viewed the people from the South in a different light. Because at one point, she was trying to get like the people from the South to move to the North because colored people were treated better and differently in the North. But as more and more of those more and more people started moving to the North, the communities that were already in the North were getting pissed off because it was making them look bad. And they tried to appeal basically to the white image and be on good terms with white people. So it was very like she obviously was for like equality in general, and like she was for the lower class. She was for like trying to better everybody's lives. So she was also kind of looked down upon from by the colored community there in the North as well later on. It was a whole thing. It's I don't know, history like hurts my soul sometimes. It really does. It hurts my heart. It's sad to see. But yeah, that's what happened. So yeah, she did distance herself from the organization. In 1910, she founded and became the first president of the NFL. Oh, okay, not not that.
Not that.
I realized what I just said. I was like, wait, no, that's not.
You minored in history, Mariella? Oh, you don't remember anything. Got it.
Do I remember anything? No. Oh. So she founded and became the first president of the Negro Fellowship League, which aided newly arrived migrants from the South. It's like, okay, a little tangent, like what I was talking about before with the whole like thing in Chicago specifically and in the north. It was like so bad that there was like a whole part of Chicago that was just, I don't remember what it was dubbed, but basically it was kind of like miniature South, and that's where like
Yeah.
all of these migrants like were, and it was like horrible conditions. Like obviously like, you know, like a 1-bedroom like apartment with like tons of like just like the whole family, tons of families, like
Yeah.
it really poor conditions, like kids. What she really wanted to like help people like become educated and stuff, and like just there was no, it was rough, no school or anything. It was really bad. It was really bad. It was really sad. Um, does my job have anything to do with my degree? Also, no. That's a mood.
Same.
So, on January 30th, 1913, Wells founded the. She was a part of a lot. She founded the Alpha Suffrage Club in Chicago. The club organized women in the city to elect candidates who would best serve the Black community. As president of the club, Wells was invited to the March in 1913 suffrage parade in Washington, D.C., along with a dozen of other clubs. So yes, she did know Alice Paul, and Alice Paul did know her.
Wow. Connecting the dots.
Now, here's the thing, though.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So Alice Paul had a lot of pressure on her. So, like, originally, I think they were supposed to, like, march with the white women in the front. But Alice Paul had a lot of pressure on her from other people, and she did ask them to march in the back. But Ida did not like that. So, well, what happened? So, Well refused, and she stood on the parade sidelines until the Chicago, the white women passed, and at which point then she joined the march. The rest of the suffrage club, though, did march at the back. So Ida was like, no, and did her own thing. But the rest of the club did march in the back. The work done by Wells and the Alpha Suffrage Club played a crucial role in the victory for the women's suffrage in Illinois on January 25th, 1913, with the passage of the Illinois Equal Suffrage Act. So, you know, win for Illinois there. Just Illinois, though, which kind of sucks. But, you know, yeah, big win. Later in her career, she did focus on the urban reform in the growing city of Chicago, which I'm pretty sure...
Did you just put an S on that?
No, I did not. Did I say Illinois instead of Illinois?
You might have.
Or was I saying, like, Illinois Equal Suffrage Act?
Maybe. You might have. You might have said that instead. I don't know. I didn't notice it.
Go away!
Illinois.
Go away! Nobody asked you.
Iowa does indeed have corn. Iowa does have corn. Lots of corn.
I would, like... That would be really sad if I do not think I would do that to Illinois.
Wyoming?
I do not think I'd do that to
Kentucky?
Illinois.
I don't know about Kentucky or Wyoming. I only know about a select few states in the corn.
In the corn.
Yeah.
Welcome, Pay! By the way.
Pay's been here.
He's been here.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Lurking in the shadows.
Lurking in the shadows. The shadow realm.
The shadows of...
Sadly, she did die of kidney disease on March 25th, 1931 in Chicago. But she did leave behind a legacy of social and political activism. In 2020, oh my god, she died in 1931. Okay, keep that in mind. In 2020, she was awarded a Pulitzer Prize for her outstanding and courageous reporting on the horrific and vicious violence against African Americans during the era of lynching. Which is, like, great.
Yeah, I always
she got that.
very...
But
I find it a little weird when they award things after
2020.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, wasn't there a housing development thing in Chicago named after her? I feel like there was.
I think so.
I think there was. I definitely think there was. I definitely think there is. But anyway, yeah, 2020. It's great that she got it, but it pisses me off that it was so long
that it
after.
took so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who accepted it? Probably a family relative. Probably, I'm assuming, and or if any of the foundations she founded are still alive.
Oh yeah, that's true. Who did accept it? Yeah, she had kids and stuff, and I'm pretty sure
many children. I have a picture.
Yeah.
I have a picture of the family. There's so many children.
Oh really? Aww.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I'm
definitely
assuming some of them are grandchildren, but
yeah. There was a lot of other things that she did as well that I just did not have to don't have written down. She did so much. She was huge into the activism scene. And I do remember in one of the documentaries I was listening to, they talked a lot about was it the Chicago World Fair or whatever? How she made and passed out these little booklet things about what was happening in the United States, the racism and the lynching and everything that was happening towards colored people. And her goal of it was to get because there were people from around the world that came to the Chicago World Fair. It was a huge event. So she was just trying to get the word out to basically other countries and stuff. Hey, America is not kind of in deep shit.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a brilliant idea. She was even writing a book when she died. It was unfinished. She was trying to write about everything that she did. So I think it was her granddaughter that it was either her daughter or granddaughter. I'm almost positive it was her granddaughter because it was later in her life. She went to an event too that was talking about history and none of the it talked about some of the things that she was a part of, but none of the stuff that she really did or none of the big achievements or anything like that or what actually went into that all the fighting and stuff. So she was just kind of if I don't write about it, nobody's gonna write about it, nobody's gonna know.
Yeah.
So to leave her mark, she was writing about it, but I'm pretty sure she died before it was finished. But
it was finished.
Yeah, but thanks to that though, that is a lot of what really why we kind of know so much about her, basically. So
sorry, my model just spazzed out because I was rubbing my eyeball.
Oh. But yeah, and actually one of the documentaries I was listening to for her, it talked about the way how it talked about how her work is still being carried through today through the Black Lives Matter movement, which I thought was really interesting. And honestly, a lot of the stuff that she fought for, I feel does line up with that movement, the Black Lives Matter movement. And it's just interesting to see because history repeats itself.
Yep.
And the fact that, like, it is still being carried through today, and, like, also, like, with the Equal Rights Act with Alice Paul, how that still is something that is being, like, pushed for today. It's, like, kind of sad that these are still things that have to, like, go on. Like,
Yeah.
'cause nothing's been done about it. Like, it's history repeats, and it's not always in the best ways. So, yeah. And I love these women. They're so badass, and they went through so much for the sake of others. So, whew, my throat hurts. I know your next one is a long one, too.
Yes.
So, and I'm
Yes, it
so
is.
excited because this is a current
Yeah.
one. This is
Yeah, this is a
current.
current. Yeah. Someone that's still active today. In
Yes,
fact,
and she's badass
she was
too.
born the same year that I was.
Oh wait, shit, really?
Yeah, she was
Holy
born.
fuck! I
She's
didn't
a little
realize
bit
she was
older than
like.
me,
I didn't
obviously, because
realize
I
she
was
was like
born the
our
last day.
age.
Yeah. Okay, so my second person is Malala Yousafzai. She is a Pakistani woman. She was born in 1997, July 12th. That was when she was born. Insane. So she's like a little bit older than me. Like,
That's crazy.
how many months?
She went through so much. That's crazy.
Yeah, she's like 5 months older than me. 6 months. Yeah, she went through so much. And it all happened like when she was, not all of it, but a lot of it happened when she was a child. So it makes sense that like there's so much to talk about still. So basically, growing up, she was educated by her
wait.
father.
I gotta change the picture. My bad.
Oh,
Keep
yeah.
going. Keep
Time out,
going.
time out.
I'll keep
Back
going.
up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oop, that's a big one.
So growing up, she was educated by her father, who was a poet. He also was a school owner and an educational activist. So her roots have always been in activism because of her father. He ran a chain of private schools, and he would spend his nights with Malala after her brothers went to bed discussing politics because he saw something special in her and hoped that one day she'd become a politician and make great changes in the world. She thought that she was going to be a doctor though. That was her dream. Her dream was to become a doctor and change people's lives that way.
Everybody wants
But
to be a doctor.
he was kind of adding some crumbs here and there about political ideas and like getting her passionate about the political atmospheres that she was avenues, there we go, that she found interesting. So he was trying to plant some seeds, but he wasn't pressuring too much. But once she started speaking about like educational rights, that's where it like that's where she like fully went into activism and politics. So she started talking when she was like not even, she would have been like 11, I think. Yeah, 2008. She started speaking about educational rights at like large events and like at different union events and like organizations. There we go. And then in 2009, she began as a trainee and then a peer educator in the Institute for War and Peace Reporting's Open Minds Pakistan Youth Program, which worked to help students in the region's schools engage in constructive discussions on social issues through public debate and dialogue. So she was definitely dipping her water into politics at a young age. And then, along with this program, Malala was secretly blogging her life in Pakistan for the BBC network. So a large network.
I like the BBC.
They wanted to find a way to cover the Taliban's growing influence in the Swat district, which was where she and her family lived. And they decided to ask a schoolgirl to blog anonymously about her life there. The problem was that they contacted Malala's father because he, ran all those schools, and he tried to find someone to fill the role. They wanted someone older. They wanted like a 15-year-old. They wanted someone on the the higher age range of schoolgirl, because it was dangerous, and it was actually very dangerous. But a lot of the families, actually all of the families basically, except for one, did not want their child to do it. It was way too dangerous, and they refused to allow it. And then the one girl that was like, no, I want to do it, her family also was like, no, you can't. Like, we will not allow it. But Malala's father decided to put her up for the job, basically. She was only 11, though. So she was on the very young side of the age range they were looking for. Actually, she might have been under completely. And they were not going to let her do it unless she was anonymous, so she had to take on a whole nother name. She was writing the blogs. What was the name? It was, Gul Makai. Okay. And she actually liked that name better than hers, because her actual name was grief-stricken, and she liked the meaning of Gul Makai better.
Yeah.
So she started blogging at 11 years old about her life under the Taliban-controlled town that she was in. And during this time, the Taliban were taking over her region and others around her, banning television, music, girls' education, and women from going out, basically, for shopping or really anything. They weren't really allowed to leave home. And there was also a lot of displays in town squares of bodies, often beheaded policemen be displayed, or other activists or journalists that were speaking out against them. So there was a lot of trauma and suffering going on in this town, which is why they wanted someone to talk about it. But yeah, I could not imagine at 11 years old living through this and having to blog about it. I mean, okay, this is the part. Not gonna read all of the blog posts because there's a lot of them. But there are a few that I do want to highlight. So the very first one she does is right after the head of the Taliban declared that girls could no longer go to school after January 15th, 2009. So this was a little bit before the ban was to be instilled, but parents were so afraid to send their children to school that a lot of girls were not going already. They were already not going. So, first entry, Saturday, January 3rd, titled, I Am Afraid. I had a terrible dream yesterday with military helicopters and the Taliban. I have had such dreams since the launch of the military operation in Swat. My mother made me breakfast and I went off to school. I was afraid to go to school because the Taliban had issued an edict banning all girls from attending schools. Only 11 students attended the class out of 27. The number decreased because of the Taliban's edict. My 3 friends have shifted to other towns with their families after this edict. On my way from school to home, I heard a man saying, I will kill you. I hastened my pace, and after a while I looked back if the man was still coming behind me. But to my utter relief, he was talking on his mobile and must have been threatening someone else over the phone. So that was the very first blog post she did.
Jesus Christ, I'm just trying to picture.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I would have gone to school. I think I would have stayed home.
See, she didn't go to school. This was her dream, right?
Oh,
so
okay.
This was on Saturday.
Okay, I was
and then
Sunday,
Sunday,
holy shit, yeah.
Sunday which was the day before she had to go to school. It was all about, I'll just read it.
Yeah, just read it.
Today is a holiday, and I woke up late, around 10 a.m. I heard my father talking about another 3 bodies lying at Green Chalk Crossing. I felt bad on hearing this news. Before the launch of the military operation, we all used to go to Margazar, I think is the town, for picnics on Sundays. But now the situation is such that we have not been out on a picnic for over a year and a half. We also used to go for a walk after dinner, but now we are back home before sunset. Today I did some household chores, my homework, and played with my brother, but my heart was beating fast as I have to go to school tomorrow. So, like, the terror
Yeah.
that she must have felt having to defy this huge regime that was just like very violent and obviously violent and like not hiding it at all. And then I won't read the whole one, but the principal told them that they shouldn't wear their uniforms because it shows that they were, going to school. And so they decided to wear colorful dresses. Most of the girls did, as they were, going to school.
Mm-hmm.
And they came back school, and basically, during the morning assembly, they were told not to wear colorful clothes, as the Taliban would object to it. So it kind of like took away just that tiny bit of happiness that all the girls had about being able to wear like their most beautiful dresses in a time that they were like already in so much sadness and fear. Like, it just it hurts my soul, genuinely.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Where was it? Oh, okay. Yeah. This one. I'm only gonna read a piece of this one as well. So, this one was after she'd already been to school a couple days. So this was Wednesday, January 7th.
Mm-hmm.
I've come to Bunair to spend Muslim holiday on vacation. I adore Bunair because of its mountains and lush green fields. My Swat is also very beautiful, but there is no peace. But in Bunair there is peace and tranquility. Neither is there any firing nor any fear. We are all very happy. So that was her post when she went on vacation before basically going back to school the next day. And all of her classmates didn't want to hear about her vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
A little understandable.
All right. And then this might be the last one that I read. We'll see. Yeah, this one is basically right before the edict is going to be instilled or like enforced, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
The night was filled with the noise of artillery fire, and I woke up 3 times. But since there was no school, I got up later at 10 a.m. Afterwards, my friend came over and we discussed our homework. Today is the 15th of January, the last day before the Taliban's edict comes into effect, and my friend was discussing homework as if nothing out of the ordinary had happened. Today, I also read the diary written for the BBC and published in the newspaper. My mother liked my pen name, Gul Makai, and said to my father, why not change her name to Gul Makai? I also like the name because my real name means grief-stricken. My father said that some days ago someone brought this printout of this diary saying how wonderful it was. My father said that he smiled but could not even say that it was written by his daughter. So that was the first time she read her own diary entry in the BBC newspaper.
Aww.
So that was like the first couple entries. There's entries all the way up until February. And I'll kind of touch on some of them while I go through some of this other stuff. But so let's go back to January 15th. Or I guess we kind of left off there.
Yeah.
So that's when the girls could not attend school anymore. That's what the edict was. And to instill this, they blew up more than 100 girls' schools before the edict was even in place. And then in February, when the boys' schools reopened after vacation, some of the boys' schools didn't open to kind of support the girls that weren't allowed to go back to school. But then the Taliban did lift restrictions a tiny bit. They allowed girls to go to the primary education as long as it was co-ed spaces, not girls only. So the girls only schools were still closed. And this kind of leads to her last entry, which was very hopeful that girls were going to be allowed to go back to school eventually to take their exams in March. and she was very ready to get studying because she loved school, obviously. Like, she campaigned for it. And then after her exams and after her diary entries had stopped, she and her father were approached by New York Times reporter Adam B. Ellick about filming a documentary. And during the filming, the Pakistani army moved in to regain control of the region that she lived in. But it was also evacuated. And her family was displaced and separated. So she went to go live with relatives in the countryside with, I think, one of her brothers. And her father and her other sibling and her mother were in a different area. Her father actually went to protest and lobby for support in a whole other area. So he was still fighting for, her right to education and their right in general to, like, live peacefully.
Yeah.
And this inspired her, and this is, like, what really instilled her passion for activism herself. Like, this is what made her dream being, like, a politician.
Yeah.
He also received a death threat during his campaigning, and then nothing came of it, luckily. Everything is okay.
No.
By July, the Pakistani military was able to push the Taliban out of the cities enough and into the countryside, so she got to reunite with her family and head home. So for the next 3 to 4 years, she started fulfilling her new dream, her political dream, and she appeared on television to advocate for female education. She trained with Aware Girls. She was nominated for the International Children's Peace Prize of a Dutch group called Kids' Rights Foundation, and she was awarded Pakistani's first National Youth Peace Prize. And she also planned to organize the Malala Education Foundation in 2012, which would help poor girls go to school. As she became more recognized, though, as she became more active, she started to receive death threats herself. They were published in newspapers, slipped under her door. She was very active on Facebook, so she received a lot of them on Facebook. And then in the summer of 2012, Taliban leaders unanimously agreed to kill her. And then on October 9th, 2012, a Taliban gunman shot Malala as she rode home on a bus after taking an exam. She was only 15 years old. According to reports, masked gunman shouted, "Which one of you is Malala? Speak up, otherwise I will shoot you all." And Malala was identified and was shot with one bullet. It traveled from the side of her left eye through her neck and landed in her shoulder. She was airlifted to a military hospital where doctors were forced to operate after swelling developed in the left portion of her brain. And after 5 hours, doctors successfully removed the bullet, which was lodged in her shoulder near her spinal cord. She was then moved to the Armed Forces Institute of Cardiology in Rawalpindi, and the doctors there said she had a 70% chance of survival. On October 13th, they reduced the sedation, and she was able to move all her limbs, which was a blessing. And she, while she was in a coma, countries across the globe were offering to treat her, like to move her there for treatment. And the doctors and her family finally decided on the UK. So she went there, and she was able to come out of her coma on October 17th. She went under at least 2 other surgeries, one to fix her facial nerve, which was destroyed by the bullet, and one to reconstruct her skull and restore her hearing with a cochlear implant. So, after the surgery, after her recovery, actually only like not that long after, because she spoke before the UN, her very well-known speech at the UN was in July 2013. So she was shot and like barely fully recovered by like October 17th, I think, was when she was able to like come out of her coma. I don't think she was released until like late October, later in the month. But like only months later, she was speaking before the United Nations and had an audience with the Queen, actually, Queen Elizabeth II.
I love that.
This is what she said in part of her speech, by the way. I'm going to read part of it. Okay. The terrorists thought they would change my aims and stop my ambitions, but nothing changed in my life except this. Weakness, fear, and hopelessness died. Strength, power, and courage was born. I am not against anyone, neither am I here to speak in terms of personal revenge against the Taliban or any other terrorist group. I'm here to speak up for the right of education for every child. I want education for the sons and daughters of the Taliban and all terrorists and extremists. And she actually, she was interviewed on, I don't remember who it was. I think it's an American talk show host person. But she talked about how when the death threats were like beginning, she always thought, what would Malala do? Like, what would I do? And she thought at first that she would, pick up a shoe and throw it at them. But she thought that was too equal to their cruelty. She did not want to be any way like them. So she decided that if she were ever to come face to face with one of them again, she would express this belief to them that she thought that their sons and daughters deserved education just as much as she did. And then she would tell them just to do whatever they wanted at that point. Like, she would express her love for them and hope for the best, I guess. And she's like
that takes a special person.
Yeah, she's only 15 at this time.
Holy shit.
I mean, she just turned 16 on the day that she actually did the UN speech on her birthday, I believe.
Oh my god.
So she would have just been 16 during the UN speech that she gave. Yeah. A little bit of extra stuff after the shooting. She met President Obama as well and his family. And she confronted him about his use of drone strikes in Pakistan. She fully confronted him about it's kind of everyking, actually.
Yeah, I love that.
And then this is one of, I'm sure, her biggest achievements that she's I know she brought her diploma and then also another award that she'd gotten to the ceremony for it, but she received a Nobel Peace Prize in 2014 at the age of 17, which makes her the youngest Nobel laureate ever. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
And she is still continuing today. She still has her Malala Education Foundation. Angelina Jolie had funded $200,000 for it when it first became, when she first established it. She's still going strong with all of her campaigns for education for children in general, but girls in countries that don't allow girls to go to school.
Yeah.
And she she's still going. I don't think she'll ever stop, honestly. This is something that she's very passionate about. So
good for her. I love her. She's awesome. She's a very strong individual.
Yeah. And if you've never heard her UN speech, I highly recommend listening to it.
Yeah.
It's very powerful.
Yeah.
It's very powerful. I watched it probably right around the time that she did it, because it was talked about a lot.
Yeah.
But I just watched it again for this, obviously. And another thing, she actually didn't label herself as a feminist until the Emma Watson UN speech that she did about feminism.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah. So now she proudly labels herself a feminist.
Aww.
After Emma Watson did her, and she actually told Emma Watson that. I also love Emma Watson.
Emma Watson's great too.
Emma Watson's everything.
There's so many great women.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to choose people to talk about because there's
so many.
I mean, there are more women in this world than men. So there's a lot of women.
Yeah.
A lot.
Okay, hold on. I need to go get a tissue again.
Nope, you're fine. You're fine.
I hate getting sick. Okay.
I'm just glad I don't have a headache. I wanted to see if there was one more diary entry. Da da da. Dun da da. There was one. Okay, yeah, this was when she learned about the Taliban bombing the schools. Is that the one I remember? She's basically. I don't think that's the one. Yeah, this is it. Okay. So this is during the vacation between when they just banned school for girls and before the schools reopened. And this was during that period of time also when they were destroying more of the schools. So she says, I'm quite bored sitting at home following the closures of schools. Some of my friends have left SWAT because the situation here is very dangerous. I do not leave home. At night, the Taliban cleric who announced the ban on girls attending school, once again warned females not to leave home. He also warned that they would blow up those schools, which are used for the security forces as security posts. Father told us that security forces have arrived at the boys and girls school in the area. May God keep them safe. He also said in his speech on FM radio that 3 thieves will be lashed tomorrow, and whoever wants to see can come and watch. I'm surprised that when we have suffered so much, why people still go and watch such things. Why also doesn't the army stop them from carrying out such acts? I have seen wherever the army is there is usually a Taliban member nearby, but where there is a Taliban member, the army will always not go. So it seems like for most of the time that they were under like siege by the Taliban, there were Pakistani army members like close by, but there was never enough of them, at least, or maybe there was never enough of them, or maybe they just weren't prepared enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a few blog entries where she talks about not understanding why they don't just come and help, because like she can see the soldiers, she can see them, but they're not able to do anything. There was another one that it was like so good. I can't find it though.
Oh.
Let me see if I can find it.
You're good.
Yo, I just got done playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the original. Wow. Dang. Let me see. No,
hydrate.
That's not it. Yeah, I'll hydrate in a second.
I need to.
Where is it? Where is it?
Water.
Water.
Not milk.
Yes, it's not milk.
I'm sorry you have a headache. Man, everybody has headaches today.
Okay, yeah. So in her January 24th one, she says, it seems that it is only dozens of schools have been destroyed and hundreds of others closed down that the army thinks about protecting them. Had they conducted their operations here properly, this situation would not have arisen. So she talks about how like because there was like not only dozens, there was hundreds of schools that were destroyed.
Yeah.
And closed. There was hundreds closed, but there was also hundreds destroyed because they were destroying like schools for no other reason but to be cruel. Like people weren't even going to the school. and they were destroying them.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, destroying schools and isn't like the worst thing that they did, obviously.
Yeah.
Like there was lots of other things that were much worse, but to do it just to be like extra cruel to especially the children in these regions that had really some of the only times that they had like fun and or enjoyment were in those schools, and they just to take that away.
Yeah.
I mean, ugh.
Yeah. Aww.
But I mean, now they can all go to school. Not all of them, but like most of the regions that were taken by the Taliban.
Yeah.
Have the opportunity now. Especially with her foundation. So
yeah, that's amazing.
She really is like, and the fact that she's our age.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like she's done so much, and I have not.
I know. That's
even a speck of what
she's done. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. It's like crazy. Makes me evaluate life.
Yeah.
I know. All these women are amazing. There's so many great women. We like originally wanted to talk about other people too, but again, like we just don't have the time for one episode of something like that. So we hope to do more in the future. We did want to talk about like people domestically for us, and then also some international women, because like all over the world there are women fighting for rights and things that they believe in. They've impacted so much.
Yeah.
So
ow. Sorry, I keep kneeing my desk.
I was gonna say, did you hit your knee again?
Yeah,
ma'am.
Because I'm trying to shift around and then I just like plop.
Please don't hurt yourself.
I'll try not to. I think next year, whenever we do this.
Yeah.
I want to do there's this chief of she was chief for like 7 years maybe of a Cherokee tribe. She was like the chief of the whole, and like during her time, infant mortality went way down. Education went up, like like tribal registration went up, and I think it was like job unemployment, like unemployment went down. So like and it was like she did so much. I found her when I was searching for someone else to do, because I had Emily Dickinson, and like I love her as an author, as a poet, but I couldn't find enough. She was also a recluse, so it was kind of hard. She lived in her home for a lot of the time.
Yeah. I'm sorry, my throat is like bleh. So we are. Oh, okay, that's how you do it.
Yep, that's how you do it.
Let's see.
Who is?
Is it long, the trivia that you have?
I don't even know where it is.
Oh. Okay.
Let me see.
Well, we originally had trivia planned for this, but that may not happen.
No, I think it was long, but I can make it shorter. It was 21.
21?
21.
21?
21.
Is it hard?
It's hard, yeah.
No.
Like, what city or place is Harriet Beecher Stowe house in?
What the fuck?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What set Cleopatra apart from all other Ptolemaic rulers of Egypt?
She had a brain?
Okay, these are the options. Tried to oust brother from throne, only queen named Cleopatra. She spoke and understood Egyptian, and a splendid musician. Didn't she try to oust her brother?
I thought she did. Wait, didn't she marry? No. Wait. Yeah, didn't she?
I don't.
But like she knew like
I
she
don't
was really good
remember.
with languages. She was really good with languages, I thought.
Okay, then spoke and understand Egyptian.
I thought she was
Yeah. Do you want me to send you this so you can put it on?
Oh,
Here.
sure.
It's up to you.
Sure.
It's a multiple choice thing, and when you click it, it should show the right answer.
Oh.
So you can show it if you.
Okay.
It's up to you though.
Hold on. Oh my
Who's
god.
in streaming right now?
Whoops.
Or after we finish?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
We should do a woman.
Oh my gosh.
Since it's a woman podcast. Oh, she is streaming.
Aw. Okay. There we go.
There we go. Done.
Okay, let me do this.
She's an alien though, so.
A lady. Aliens don't have gender. I don't know.
some species
Oh, whoops.
They might not have gender. That could be a thing. Oh, I'm like so down here. Wrong thing. Window capture. You don't need a browser source.
Yeah.
You got it. I believe in you.
Actually, wait, how should I do this? I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, wait, you wanted me to put it up, right?
Yeah, you can do it as a window capture.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
well, that's what I was asking. Like, what was the best way to go about doing it? That's what I was asking.
Oh, yeah. It's just a window capture.
Okay.
Because you're capturing the browser.
The browser. Okay.
Yeah. Not a browser source, though.
Okay.
It's a window capture of the browser. Yeah. It's a little confusing with all the language mixing, but...
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to hydrate. So let me hydrate.
Oh, yeah. You definitely should do that. Okay, let's do that.
I've drank. Oh, I disappeared for a second. Oh, I disappeared for a second.
Oh my gosh, stop it!
It's okay. It's okay. That's just because you're unfull screening me, I think.
Oh, is it?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either. Is it? Crap, this is huge. Definitely.
No, you're showing wrong screen.
What do you mean?
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Oh, never mind, lol. Don't scare her like that.
I was like, what do you mean? I was so scared.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You can put chat in front of it if you'd like. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you don't have to worry about it covering chat.
Okay.
I thought you didn't mean to show your entire browser. I got scared when folks show their entire browser. Yeah.
No, there's nothing.
She don't got no sus things on there.
Sus or personal. There's nothing there. Okay.
Yeah, we usually use Sero or Lila stuff.
Yeah.
Whoa, I'm like blurry as heck.
Where did chat go? What the heck? Why can't I find it?
I'm so blurry.
On here. Oh, podcast shit.
Can
That's
you
why.
see? Hello.
Okay. There we go. Wait. Oh, it didn't move with it. Okay, hold on. There we go. There we go! Haha. Okay. Okay. Oh god. What said Cleopatra?
I've already had one friend expose themselves by doing that now.
Oh no! That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. Okay.
Okay, you said the language one for the first.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I did.
set Cleopatra apart from all other.
I don't know, cause like
Make.
maybe the others did though, but try to. It's what set her apart. So it's like, yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
Believe in yourself.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Okay. Okay.
All right. What city or place is Harriet Beecher Stowe house in? I can't even.
Is it like big enough on the thing?
Newport.
Oh.
Hemaris Island. What is that?
Should I zoom in?
Brunswick, Arlington. I returned from seeking the milk of Olympus. Sus. I have no idea for this one. This is gonna be complete guess.
Yeah, I feel like it is. Is this
Arlington or Newport? Those are my guesses.
I'm gonna go with Newport. Unless you feel like you're vibing with one.
No, those are my two guesses.
Maybe it is Arlington. Eeny, meeny,
miny, mo. Catch a tiger by Stowe.
He hollers, let him go. Do pick the very first one, and you are not it. Okay. Oh, we were wrong.
Oh, I can't. It was delayed. Brunswick.
Yeah.
Or Brunswick, or I can't even. Brunswick.
Yeah.
Okay. What woman became president and CEO of eBay Technologies? eBay Technologies in March 1998.
I don't know this.
I don't know either.
There was a woman CEO of eBay?
I don't know.
Damn! Meg Whiteman. Okay.
Who?
Meg Whitman? Whitman.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna put it up on my, because I have it on here. I'm gonna put it up on my screen so I can see the words better.
Okay. I tried to zoom in a bit.
Well, it's not. It's not necessarily. I have you split screen because I have on the other browser like a full screen of the Discord. I guess I could switch that, but it's just because my phone is. I like for my model to look in the right direction.
I think I zoomed in too much.
I have it.
Hold on. I'm gonna.
All right, I know the next one.
Hold on.
Because I work with books, so I know that one at least.
And you're back.
Yes. Hello,
okay.
I'm back.
Sorry. Okay, anyway.
Nope, you're fine. We're good now. Oh.
What? Are you not good?
I think it's lagged, maybe? No, I'm good. I'm back.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I was a black screen again. Or a gray screen.
Weird.
Oh, no, I'm gone again. For myself. I'm back.
Oh my god.
No. I'm flickering in and out of existence.
Okay, we should be good.
Okay, so that one's Hillary Clinton. That's her memoir.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good job.
You might need to put my PNG.
Okay,
it keeps flickering.
Hold on. I got an idea. There we go. Okay, give me a sec. Yes, I know.